So I've got to answer this in 90 seconds, which is pretty impossible to do. However, we do have a longer video on this, which I suggest you watch. But here is the overview. The first thing is we live in a time where everyone wants material goods now. Within 3 clicks, you can pretty much purchase anything and have it delivered to your door. Gone are the days where people had to wait and save for products, and what's that made? It's made us be spenders, not savers. However, if you take out all the items that you actually don't need in your daily spending, for example, that coffee, that lunch you can make at home, the last item of clothing you purchased, or that impulsive buy from Amazon, I can assure you can save tens of thousands of pounds, not just in a number of years, but actually in 1 year alone. Take just the coffee and the lunch alone. That is a deposit for a property over a 10-year period. So the first rule that I'm going to ask you to follow is if you want to achieve this, then you've got to think for your future and you've got to start saving, not spending. The second rule is compound interest, and this is the key. Now here is something for you to answer. You've got 2 choices. The first is that I give you a briefcase right now with £1 million in it. Or the second choice is I give you 1 penny now, but I'm going to double that every day for 31 days. That's it. What would you choose? Well, let me tell you, if you chose the first option, which is to take the £1 million rather than the 1 penny, that you would have lost out on £19 million. That is the power of compound interest. And the same is with property. If you get in early enough, compound interest kicks in. For example, take a property of £200,000, it increases 5% a year. Now that's what the market has been doing for the last 40 years on average, so 5% a year is easily doable. The first thing to note is that this £200,000 property purchase, you actually only need £50,000 as the rest you're going to mortgage. Now that £200,000 over 30 years is going to be worth £784,000, and that's not taking into account any income, as you're going to use that to pay off the mortgage. That means to make £5 million you simply need 6 properties, that's it. And with careful planning, after a number of years you can release equity from property 1 and put it into property 2, and a number of years later release equity from property 2 and put it into property 3. And over the period of 15 years you can easily get to 6 properties without using any extra funds from your side. However, if you follow my tips from the beginning of this video and you start to save, you can actually achieve your goal within a far shorter time period. So start now, start saving and start investing.